blessing to be able to spend that day with him, and meet him. And like watching him throw elbows is like a knife cutting through butter, bro. Like it's so smooth. Like it's like, bro, look at those def cuts. It's like it just looks so good. It makes it seem effortless. He's like, somebody has to do this so many times, make it look that good.
The AllStar app, the #1 app in the business. UFC, Bellator, One Championship, PFL, and more. Get the app right now. Link in description. You finding out that you're going to be a father, right? Has that added like some fuel to the flame? It seems like it. Do you agree?
Yeah, hell yeah. It's just like I'm pressing a little bit, but I've been pressing for a while, but it's just that little extra bit of energy, and it's not even, it's not bad. It's good. And when I need it, it's there. Like when I'm having a tough training day or when I'm trying to get my head wrapped around about, like before I got this fight, I told myself I'm just gonna stay busy, and just hopefully something happens, and I'm gonna just stay busy, keep training, and be in good spirits, and maintain life. But having baby G on the way, it definitely makes me way more just like I'm up all the time. It feels like.
And and after that last fight, you got a new deal as well, it seems like, and everything's just rolling for you right now.
Yeah, make yourself available. Show you want to fight. Go out there and win fights. Put
Mhm.
on, get a finish, and UFC is definitely looking forward to like re-signing you back. So I win this next fight. That's three in a row, and that's pretty big in the UFC. To get
Yeah.
three wins in a row, no matter who you are, that means you're doing something right. And so I'm very excited about the opportunity to fight Ode and build off of the momentum from my last fight and just maintain, because I felt like I didn't really get into a fight. I went out there, I did what I wanted to do, and the fight was over. And I was like, man, I'm in such great shape. I feel so good. Let's take advantage of this camp. Let's try to get another one right back. And luckily, it's for February, so it's a blessing that it wasn't too long and I didn't have to do too much or get too crazy into overtraining. It was just long enough for me to rest a little bit and then lock in and tune in for another fight.
Ode Osbourne, man, what are your thoughts on his skill set and the matchup in general?
Um, he's just very athletic, and he has really long arms, and he's quick. I don't know if he's um, fast. I judge fast with like timing as well. So he will hit you. He will hit you if you don't move his feet and if you don't dictate things. If you stand in his range, he's gonna hit you. And I just see that he puts everything into all his shots. He doesn't shy away from throwing hard and getting into a fight, and you can appreciate that. So I think that Ode's at a time he thought that he was gonna be um, fighting at a different level by now, at a different tier of opponent. And UFC does a good job at showing you exactly where you are as far as fighting and showing you what you need to work on. And I think he's addressed those things. So I think the fighter he is today is much better than he was when he entered in the UFC. And I just I'm excited about the opportunity to fight him, especially during Black History Month in February. So I think we're gonna put on the show, man. People gonna really enjoy our fight. It's gonna be explosive. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be some striking. I'm sure it'll be some grappling transitions in there, and hopefully we're able to put on a great show for everybody.
When you look at his record, he has a lot of first round finishes, but but as well, he's been finished quite a few times. What does that tell you about him?
Either he doesn't cut well, or just his chin isn't something's off. And I don't really put much into it. So like I've always said, a finish will present itself, and when you're in a fight, you're gonna feel it. Like I'm very much like you're gonna know when you can get somebody out of there. And so, if those things present themselves, he's fought some top level guys, some heavy hitters, and the way that he style of fight that he fights, he fights on his shield. So if he doesn't change that with me, I've never been finished in anything, boxing, MMA, jiu-jitsu, wrestling competitions, like I didn't my senior year I didn't get pinned once in wrestling, like I was 45 and 7 my senior year, like in wrestling. So it's like um it's very hard to finish me. Like I'm always in a fight. So if he comes out with that same type of style, I don't see it going well for him as the fight leads on. And he very well could get finished early. It's all about what I choose to do and how I choose to approach the fight. If I choose to start high with them, or if I choose to, whatever I choose to do, it's really how I want to dictate the fight, in my opinion. And that's all due respect. But judging from his fights, if he fights me how he's fought these other guys, no matter who it is, I got much better hands than most of the guys he fought. So hands, elbows, knees, and kicks and feet too. So I'm just saying.
You're in Thailand right now. The last time you were there, you were lifting off $50, cooking off a griddle. You return 3 fights deep into your UFC career, man. How different is it for you returning?
Much different and the same, but much different as far as living, being able to do what I need to do, training wise, recovery wise, eating, and just take care of myself at the level that I'm fighting right now. The love is still there from every person at Tiger Muay Thai, from the cleaners to the mat to the pad holders to the people working in the shop to the people working at the Tiger Grill to VWAT and the owner and the people working in the office. Like the love is still, they see me, they Charles, they remember me, we speak, we have a conversation, and it's love. um and I'm just really appreciative of everybody at Tiger Muay Thai. And the lady who cleaned my room during COVID, she would clean my room once a week. She saw me, she ran up to me, gave me a hug, and asked me how long I was staying. She was really happy to see me. That was like, I love that because I was like, I used to leave her like these little cookies that I got from the Family Mart, and would leave her cookies on the day that she would have to work and clean my room and stuff. Cause I don't know, and she was just a sweet, sweet older lady. So it's a very different as far as my finances here, I'm able to do more, but as far as like living and everything, it's still Thailand. It's still affordable. It's still great culture and good people, and I just love it here, man. It's warm. It feels great. We in the summertime right now, so it's hot.
Yo, the mats are stacked with fighters right now from all over the world, all different skill
Yeah,
sets, all different styles. What has been like it to be back in that environment after years away?
it's more of the same, just new faces, but some old ones from when I was on the mats before too, which is cool. I see Peter in there getting ready for Marab. Talking to him, poking around in there in the cage with them, and um, Muhammad's here with his guys, Mokaev, and a couple of the guys I sparred and trained with a lot when I was here before. Um, just good guys, and then it's a lot of new faces, a lot of Russian guys, and it can be egos, but you just talk to them. Like I usually don't have issues with that. I usually am able to handle that part of it pretty well. Let somebody know, or just don't go with certain people. I talk to the coaches. Coach Joseph Henley is the head MMA coach here now, and so just ask him, hey, who's a good guy to go with? Who's going to be throwing wild? I'm getting ready for a fight now. It's like, yeah, don't go with that guy. Go with that guy's good. And he just directs me. So it's great, man. It's over 100 people on the mats. It's all different ethnicities and countries and countrymen and people. So, but it's nice to get those different looks. And wrestling class is fun, so you get to have different looks and different feels for people and work on different parts of your game.
Who have you been working with? You know, just you just pick people every day, different people, or
Um,
just do you have a few that you work with the common like repeatedly?
Mostly I've been working with Muhammad on grappling days and a few of the guys that are here with him. Because both of us are preparing for fights, so we're being smart, but it's good work. And then a couple other guys out of his camp I'm training with. It's got like this guy that's here with them. That's like a 145, I think. So when we do our groups of three, I'm usually going with those two. And then as far as like stand up and sparring and training rounds, I got a couple guys here like John Shink. He did the tryouts with me. He got the Muay Thai scholarship, so he fights at flyweight as well. So he's a good look. He can always mimic someone really well for me. A couple other guys that people don't know that just train full time good. They're good at what they do, and so just getting good work and good looks.
What was it like hanging out with Sanchai?
It was normal. It was like we knew each other, but it was fun. Just it. I did the seminar with them, and we trained together. Showed me a couple techniques, and after the seminar, I asked VWAT, hey, are you guys going to dinner? He was like, yeah, we're going to dinner. So they invited us out to dinner with them as well. So that was cool. Got to sit down, eat with them, talk a little bit more, and then went on a boat trip the next day as well. So got to spend a whole day with Sanchai, living legend, Muay Thai artist, right? And Sanchai, he's like a famous singer here. And so he was on the boat with us as well with his guitar singing and playing, and it was just a really chill, relaxed day. We had like we caught fish on the boat and like cut it up and grilled it on the boat from the sea. It was like it was just really cool, man. Like it was an amazing day. Um, just chilling out, and going on a little boat trip to one of the islands and back. So just about 5 hours, and but it was just a blessing. I told my girl, I was like, man, to think of the people that have come into my life over the last 3 years, and I attract really good energy, really good champions, and just people, good energy people into my life. And so it was definitely a blessing to be able to um, spend that day with him, and meet him, and like watching him throw elbows is like a knife cutting through butter, bro. Like it's so smooth. Like and it's like, bro, look at those def cuts. It's like it just looks so good. It makes it seem effortless. He's like somebody has to do this so many times to make it look that good, you know?
He's a trip, man. I met him a few times as well. He's normal as hell. He's like
Yeah, playful,
he
just like me.
yeah
I was like, damn, he
yeah.
acts just like me.
He's he's like top of the game. He to be honest, he reminds me a lot of like Volkanovski when you're around him. He's just like a regular guy. Like
Folks
you couldn't
playful.
even
Yep.
yeah you couldn't even tell like he's who he is. You know what I mean? If you just didn't even know who he was and you just hang out with him, so
Yeah,
it's good
Rafa's
people's
like
man.
that
And he's
too. Fitzy,
oh
Rafael Fitzy, he's
come
just
on.
like that too. All three of them, we all like
He's one of the funniest dudes,
goofy.
though.
Yeah,
Fiziev is one of the
goofy,
funniest dudes.
just goofy.
He's
Yeah,
funny, man.
yeah,
He's
man.
funny.
So I seen Rafa. Me and Rafa was working out across from each other yesterday. So then afterwards we was talking for a bit, because he has his family here. His wife is Uzbekistan, and he's a Muslim. And I was just asking about how all that works as far as like his culture and having his family here and living here. And he's just real cool, young. Just he's younger than me, but like, it's cool to talk to him and see because he's also a fighter who's close. Like he's above me right now, but we're in the same area. Whereas like he trains in the U.S. and then he comes to Tiger. It's not many people who are doing that back and forth, and so I can ask him specific questions about certain things and what works for him, and we can have a conversation. And he's really cool, chill. So fun, fun, fun. So
Any surprises during your trip to Thailand?
um, let me think. Nah, no surprises this time. It's been a great trip. Everything's been gone according to plan. only surprise was I got this fight. You know, I didn't plan on fighting. I planned on coming here for 30 days and just training and enjoying the time and just if something happened, it happened. So I guess in a way I did plan on fighting, but I didn't come here with a fight schedule. You know, so um, the whole Sanchai day was I didn't expect that either. So it's been really nice. It's been a really good trip.
Good vibes. Good vibes.
Yeah,
Man, your last fight, you got your first finish in the UFC. What are you expecting in this one against Osbourne?
I'm coming to finish. Like I really believe it'll present itself, and I'm getting into I'm figuring out these three rounders a little bit more, and where to press, when to press, and how to get these guys into a position where I can get them out of there. Um, yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited, man. Like I think I can get the finish in this one, and without saying too much of what I plan on doing, I plan on finishing him. I do.
What's the travel look like for you getting back to the States?
So the UFC's I wanted to be gone by now. I wanted to be in the US by now, so I'll leave on Sunday and get there Monday. So I know a lot of people and I spoke to a good person. I was speaking to Anissa Mexen's coach today and he was telling me, he asked me when I was traveling back because he found out he was like, "You fighting, right?" And he was like, "When you leaving? You still here?" And he was like, "Don't worry about sleeping. Don't worry about the sleep schedule. Trying to flip it and do all that. Sleep when you sleep, and when you're up, go work out. Go do something. Don't stress. And when fight day come, just plan for the fight day. But don't stress trying to flip your clock because you're never gonna do it. It's 12 hours difference. If you're trying to stress, you're not gonna be getting sleep. You're gonna be feeling tired all week." So I was like, okay, that was good advice because he's lived it. Him and Anis have lived it. They've come in short notice, had to flip their clocks all the way around, and figured it out. So it's good advice. I'm gonna take it in stride, and I'll try to get my clock a little bit around, see how I'm feeling. But if I'm not able to, I'm just gonna do what he said. And I don't think that I have too many issues this week coming up. I think it's just this fight right here, man, is really I already have my mind made up how I want to fight. I already have my mind made up about the fight. I plan on getting hit, and I hope he plans on getting hit, because I'm not coming in here to look pretty. I'm coming here to get a finish. I'm coming here to be a dog. I'm coming in here to get in there, get my work done, and keep moving with this momentum I got. So I'm very excited about that aspect of it too, like I'm ready to get into a fight.
Are you gonna head to Norway after the fight, or do you plan on getting one more fight before the baby's born?
I am heading to Norway after the fight shortly because we have a baby shower planned. And then I'm coming right back on March 2nd. So I got a lot of travel back and forth in the next week. Um but it'll be all right. I'm gonna come back like March 2nd, and depending on how the fight goes, it goes as planned. I'm planning on getting back in there in April. So um hopefully the UFC allows me to double up. We got a couple people that have been talking shit that might need to get their ass whooped in April, and it might happen. So just looking forward to this fight, focused on this fight, and I'm pretty sure something's gonna open up for April, and I'll be able to double up again, and that'll be 7 fights in like 14 months. So I'll be pretty happy with that.
You're doing the whole Donna Cerrone
I'm doing
thing, you
that
know what I mean?
energy, baby. Stay ready.
Yeah,
You hear me?
yeah, stay ready. Yeah. For real, man. February 25th, man. UFC Fight Night, Las Vegas. Go in the descriptions, download the AllStar app. Charles, man, it's always good catching up with you. And yeah, man, I feel the energy. I feel that. You know what I mean? It's different. It's different this time around a little bit.
And my coach, it's funny, my coaches said the same exact thing. They were like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know what it is, man. It was like, we kind of know what it is, but like they said, it is different. And my jujitsu coach, um, he was around me for when I was preparing for my debut. And my last camp, he was working with me a lot, and he was like, Charles, your whole energy is totally different than it was your debut. Your debut, you was just like totally different. It's just different. Your energy is different. You're up. You got good energy, and and it's in your training too. Everything you're doing is really good. Focus. You're on point.